Hello friends, welcome back to STM tutorial. Myself Ajinkya and we are here to learn more about STM controller. So let's begin. In this video, we will be interfacing servo motor with STM controller. So we will be simulating the servo motor interface. We will display the angle on LCD. So let's begin. First you have to create a new STM32 project. In the pinout configuration, we will need total 10 GPIO. 8 for the data to write on LCD and 2 for the control, RS and enable. So one channel has to be configured as ADC and one channel has to be configured as timer 1. In total we have to configure 12 pins of the STM controller. So let's configure these pins. Now first go into RCC, then select crystal ceramic resonator. Now here click on analog, ADC channel 1, select IN0. So PA0 pin will be selected as ADC input. Now go into timers, click on timer 1, select the clock source as internal clock source. In channel 1 select PWM generation channel 1. So PA8 pin will be selected as timer 1 channel 1. From PA1 to PA7 configure these pins as GPIO output except PA3. From PA9 to PA12 configure the pins as GPIO output. So from PA4 to PA7 and from PA9 to PA12 these pins will be connected to data pins of the LCD, and remaining PA1 and PA2 will be connected as control pins RS and enable of the LCD. Go into clock configuration, select the PLL source mux as HSI. In the system clock mux, select the source as PLL clock. The system clock will be set to 16 MHz. The system clock will be set to 16 MHz and there won't be any clock violations. Now click on code generation. Now let's look at our circuit. We have selected and placed a 16:2 LCD. Now PA4 to PA7 is connected to D0 to D3 and PA9 to PA12 is connected to DA4 to DA7. So as you can see that PA4 is connected to D0, PA5 is connected to D1 and similarly PA7 is connected to D3. Here PA9 is connected to D4, PA10 to D5, PA11 to D6, PA12 to D7. Then we have connected PA8 pin to the servo motor. Now we have taken one potentiometer of 10K and we have connected its variable output to the ADC channel input. One end of the potentiometer is connected to power, that is VCC, and another end is connected to ground. So it is making one voltage divider network. So what we are doing here is, as we change the voltage divider network, the servo motor is aligned to specific angle. Let's go into our code. Here in int main write one ADC variable to store the ADC data. Now we have initialized the LCD INIT. So as you can see that we have set the LCD to 2 lines 5x7 matrix 8-bit mode. Then we have displayed the display on cursor blinking, increment cursor, we have cleared the cursor and we have set the cursor position to first line first column. Now coming to LCD 0. So we will see into this LCD function later on. Here we initialize the timer 1 channel 1. Now first we have to set the timer. So how we will set the timer? When you look into servo motor interface, we have to provide a 20 millisecond continuous pulse with some duty cycle. The duty cycle will set the angle of the servo motor. So if the pulse is sent with 1 millisecond on period and 19 millisecond off period, the servo motor will align to 0 degrees. If we increase the on period to 1.5 millisecond, the servo motor will be rotated 90 degrees. And if we set the on period to 2 millisecond, the servo motor align itself to 180 degrees. So from 1 millisecond to 2 millisecond, we have to set the on period. So first thing that we have to set the 20 millisecond pulse. So here we have turned off the timer. So here we have set the prescaler to 16. Now here we know that we have set the peripheral clock to 16 megahertz. So divide this clock by 16, we will get 1 megahertz of clock to the timer peripheral. Now to set the 20 millisecond pulse with 1 megahertz clock, 20 millisecond into 1 megahertz will give us count of 20,000. So minus 1. This will give us 20 millisecond pulse. Now to set the duty cycle of 1 millisecond, we will have to provide the count of thousands. We can calculate the CCR value as duty cycle into ARR. Now duty cycle will be calculated as 1 millisecond divided by 20 millisecond, so into ARR count. That gives us value of 1000. Now we have written the ARR value, we have written the CCR value. So here we set the frequency and here we set the on period. Here we will enable the timer. Now coming to ADC, we have started the ADC. We have wait for the conversion to complete. Once the conversion is completed, we will read the value and we will stop the ADC channel. Now we have to set the servo angle according to our ADC value. So for that we have used set servo function. Now we will look into set servo function. Here we get the ADC value which is 16 bit. So using this function we can set the servo motor angle. Now once the servo motor angle is set, we have to display the same value on the LCD. So for that we have used LCD function here. Now here we have converted this value into BCD count and printed that on LCD. Now here simply we have shifted it by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, by 6, by 7 and by 8, and then we have written this data onto GPIO code. Now let's build this code. Once the code is built, go into design tab, click on configure power rails. Here in the name, click on ground and add VSS A into this nets. Okay. Now click on VCC, set the voltage to 5 volt and add VDDA into VCC. Go into VE and set the voltage to 0 volts. Click on OK. Now double click on the controller, select hex file, click on OK. Now click on run. Now if you can see that if we set the potentiometer to 100%, the servo motor will align itself to 180 degrees. If we set the potentiometer to 50%, the servo motor will align itself to 90 degree. And if we drop down the potentiometer to 0%, the servo motor will align itself to 0 degrees. Now if we increase it to 10, the servo motor will align itself to 18 degrees. If we set it, it will set to 36 multiples of 18. For 30%, it will set to 54. For 40%, it will set to 72. For 50%, it will set to 90, because 18 into 5 equals to 90. So it will approximately set it to 90 degrees. Now if we set it to any random value, let's suppose 72, it will set the servo motor to respective angle. So here we have demonstrated how to set the servo motor to a specific angle using the potentiometer. Hope you enjoy the video. If you enjoy the video, click on like, share and subscribe. So see you in the next video.